Golden State Warriors fans, I wish I had better news. One more time. I wish I had better news. I think that we all just found out, right? Warriors guard De'Anthony Melton is out for the rest of the season with an ACL injury. Yes, the rest of the season with an ACL injury. Now, hey, the game starts, right? The Warriors play the Hawks today. This is Wednesday, right? So the Warriors play the Hawks in a few minutes. This will probably get out during the game, but I just wanted to get this out there real quick, right? Because this is breaking news. This is late breaking news into the day. De'Anthony Melton out for the rest of the season. And he's only signed a 1-year contract. One more time. De'Anthony Melton signed a 1-year contract with the Warriors, and he is out for the entire rest of the duration of that contract. First impressions, initial response. Number 1, don't panic. Number 2 and 3, don't panic. Seriously, okay? But gosh, initial reaction, the Warriors lost an iconic on-ball defender, an underrated finisher underneath the basket, finisher at the rim, and an awesome ball handler as well. De'Anthony Melton is a consummate Golden State Warrior. I hope that I hope that he has successful surgery. I hope that the ACL heals and whatnot. And I hope to see him on the Warriors squad next season. I hope that things aren't over between the Warriors and De'Anthony Melton. He was playing so well. It was only 6 or so games. Warriors won the majority of those games. He fit in the backcourt so well with Stephen Curry. I didn't think he could. I thought that De'Anthony Melton was too small to play alongside Stephen Curry. Watch this. I was wrong. Yes, finally. No, I was wrong. De'Anthony Melton can successfully start alongside Stephen Curry. And he did such a great job. I hope that he can rehab. I hope that he gets his body right? Last season, it was a lower back injury with the Philadelphia 76ers. This season, now you get the knee injury. I think that we can decompress off of this injury later. I think that we can ask questions like, De'Anthony Melton is now out for the season, yet he played a whole second half on that messed up ACL. Anyway, we got to ask those questions later. Moving on, what comes next? Number 1, again, the Warriors can't panic. They are first in the West. Sure, it's only after about 10 or so games, but they have a good record. They have played good basketball even without De'Anthony Melton. So I don't believe this is a team breaker or anything like that. I would hope that not a single player is a team breaker other than Steph, honestly. The Warriors can survive this. What's the first? I think that I'm going to create a false dichotomy just as an example. But if the Warriors were to have 2 types of options, right? Whether to sign a free agent or bring up somebody from the Santa Cruz Warriors, like a Reese Beekman, okay? They have that option, of course. A lot of folks on the Twitter sphere have been talking about trades. I'm actually going to get to that in a second. With regards to De'Anthony Melton, I believe that the Golden State Warriors should have a plane booked for Markelle Fultz. Yes, I believe, did he play on the Orlando Magic last season? I think the Warriors should immediately sign Markelle Fultz to see what they have, to see what's up. Then they need to think about options after that signing. And this is why. I don't want the Warriors to destroy a dynamic roster via trades off of a need that could be filled through free agency. So, right, a bunch of people are like, C-Train, who's good? Maybe like a Josh Richardson looks good as well, or somebody. Okay, if it's a person that can be traded for, settle down on that. Markelle Fultz is a good basketball player, and here's the thing: he fits with the Warriors because of this. He can handle the ball. He's relatively unselfish, and he can play defense. Markelle Fultz, I believe, is a De'Anthony Melton level defender. The Warriors right now, I believe that they will have the Warriors should have a disabled player exception, or at least part of one, because of this Melton injury, I believe that they should use that on Markelle Fultz. I think that is so elementary, and it's just like just how 1 + 2 is 3. I think that Melton went down. The Warriors need a guard with size who can defend. Markelle Fultz is out there in free agency. He's a guard with size who can defend. People have even compared Fultz to could he have a Sean Livingston-like revival with the Golden State Warriors? I think it's possible. I really like Markelle Fultz. I love how he played defense last season, and I want him on the Warriors. I don't want the Warriors to overreact by making a trade and trading out somebody. Because, y'all, this is like a two-parter. I have to say this. I've been watching. Now, he's injured right now. Not Melton, this other guy. I've been watching and just sort of scouring the NBA, the league, for a player, for a big, right? The Warriors need a 4/5, a big who can score, who can get a couple points inside. Why? Because Kevon Looney and Trayce Jackson-Davis aren't providing access to that trait. They are not scoring enough inside. Jonathan Kuminga could make everything okay. He could finish this right now, but he just doesn't. Like Reggie Miller said, he's an incredibly raw scorer, and also he simply doesn't have the go-to moves and the bag right now. So Jonathan Kuminga doesn't have the bag to get the buckets inside like how I'm talking about. Now, he can do it. He just can't do it consistently. So one more time. Jonathan Kuminga can score buckets anywhere. The dude has range. He can get inside. He's speed, strength, power. Number 2, though, it doesn't matter because he's not using it. You see what I'm saying? Like, if he were scoring at a 20-point per game clip and getting buckets at the basket, nobody would say anything. And also, I'm not really saying anything right now. The Warriors are incredible. I'm saying something, but the Warriors are incredible. This is the move. This is the guy. First of all, you're going to freak out a little bit, and then I think I'm going to win you over real quick. Jeremy Sohan, yes, the forward. I believe he can be a center. Absolutely. A 4/5. Jeremy Sohan of the San Antonio Spurs, I believe, would make the perfect Warriors 4/5. The ideal combination with Draymond Green. C-Train, what are you talking about? This is like another undersized guy. Exactly. This is exactly the player that Steve Kerr would put over the top and that would put the Warriors and Steve Kerr over the top. Let me tell you what's to like about Jeremy Sohan. You got to know. This guy can complete the room. He can complete this Warriors squad. I'm telling you. This isn't a question. It's a declarative statement, okay? You see how my voice got a little weird just now? It's because when my voice gets weird like that, people should definitely look, because it's something else telling me. I'm not even kidding. It's like it is something else driving me, and gosh, I'm not wrong a lot of the times when I say things with conviction like this. So here, Jeremy Sohan would be the consummate Warrior. Sohan can play the 4 or 5 incredibly effectively. You just haven't seen him play the 5 so much because of Wembanyama, or have you? Watch those games. See who's defending centers. See who's playing underneath the basket. He can give his team the ability to defend. This is what's so key. Sohan can give his team the ability to defend size. So Sohan can defend size, but also can still get out and run. So if I were to tell you that there was a 4/5 who averages in double digits, he'll get you double digits a game, no problem at all. So he'll get you double digits. TJD won't. Kevon Looney won't. Sohan will. Also, that sure, he isn't the biggest guy, but he rebounds the heck out of the ball. He averages almost 8 rebounds a game. Be second on the Warriors squad. So he can rebound, he can defend size, and he can get out and run. And you're like, C-Train, I get this guy, but he's too big. Kerr would never play him. Coach Steve Kerr doesn't play big players other than like Andrew Bogut and Tavili. Guess what? Sohan plays the 5. He can play the center position. And he's not that big of a guy. He's not huge. He's listed at a little over 6'8", 230, 235. So there you go. Don't worry about it. I'm not making or forcing Coach Steve Kerr to do anything but what he naturally needs to do, which is coach a well-rounded, selfless squad that defends, rebounds, and runs the heck out of the transition. So Sohan plays defense. He's good. He's a good on-ball defender, but he also has he's got good shot blocking ability due to his wingspan. He doesn't average as many shot blocks as I would like, but he averages like above a steal a game. And gosh, he's better than a solid defender. He is a very good defender. Very good. And with Draymond Green, he could be great. Jeremy Sohan can routinely score double digits. Haven't we been C-Train, we need a center. We need a player who can get double digits underneath the basket, who can score at the rim. Okay, Jeremy Sohan can easily do that. And you're like, what are you talking about? He's 6'8". Okay, one more time. Okay, actually here. Google or YouTube, Jeremy Sohan versus the Rockets. It's one of his more recent games. It's just a few weeks ago. Jeremy Sohan destroys Alperen Sengun underneath the basket. And this is why. Traditionally, your centers, you want them to have that size, that 6'10", 6'11", right? Occasionally, there are centers that there are basketball players who can get away with a little bit more because of the attributes that they have, the physical gifts that they have. With Jeremy Sohan, he is gifted with a 7-foot plus wingspan. I believe it's 7'3", but he's got a 7-foot plus wingspan. That helps him inside. What else also helps? He's got incredible bounce. Jeremy Sohan he's not a run jump type of athlete like a Jonathan Kuminga. He doesn't need to run. He doesn't need to have that accelerative action. He can just straight up off of no bounce, off of no run, no step. He's got bounce. And to add to that, so we talk about the wingspan. We talk about the bounce. He's a quick jumper and he's a powerful jumper. But that leads into the third thing. Jeremy Sohan has Polish power. Jeremy Sohan is freakishly strong. I had to see it with my own eyes, like the 250-plus Alperen Sengun, 6'11", 7 feet tall, was bouncing off of Sohan. Jeremy Sohan is the type of player that can, I'm just saying this, that can easily body an Anthony Davis. I know. It doesn't seem like he can because he's a little bit smaller. He's that strong. He's got Polish power. I don't know what the heck's wrong. I don't know what's up with that. Somebody check out why are people in Poland just like that strong or something? I don't know what's going on. But hey, he literally is that powerful and he's incredibly explosive, underrated explosive under the rim. So to wrap it up with the DeAnthony Melton injury, that stinks, but it can be overcome. And I believe it can be without a trade. I think that the Warriors should sign Markelle Fultz. But if the Warriors are going to make a trade, please let it be for Jeremy Sohan. No, it's got to be for Jeremy Sohan. Like, seriously. And I hope that me getting this out there, because Sohan he's had a super strong start to the season. However, he's injured right now. It's a perfect point for the Warriors to jump in and somehow steal him because he's had such a breakout season so far, 15-plus points, almost 8 boards a game, 3+ assists a game. Oh, did I say that? Just to let you know, a Jeremy Sohan, Draymond Green front court would be one of the better passing front courts in the league, and it's not even close. So I get that just based off of namesake and that you're like, wait a second, that's like the guy on the Spurs who like had the hair, who dyed his hair, like Rodman last season and stuff like, yeah, that's the guy. I'm saying that he can make a difference at center for the Warriors and at the 4/5. He and Draymond Green can both play. They rebound the ball. They play defense. They can pass. Oh, and he sets amazing screens. Gosh. We're going to be talking about trades more in the near future with the Warriors because I believe that a lot of trades will be brought up with the Melton injury. Here's one thing. People were saying that maybe like it was just brought up. I forget. It was like Brett Siegel or something like that. I think that's the name. He was saying, look out for Kelly Olynyk. The Warriors they're looking for 4/5. So maybe Kelly Olynyk would fit the bill. I totally agree. I actually really like Kelly Olynyk as well. He's a 180 from Jeremy Sohan. Sohan is the type of player that like is on the Warriors for 10 plus years and it's like a staple, right? Kelly Olynyk is like a few years. He's older and stuff anyways, but here's the thing. I want you to remember this. I think it's going to be incredibly hard for the Warriors to deal in good faith with the Toronto Raptors because Masai Ujiri is still their president. He was a general manager. Now I believe he's the president. Remember this. There were rumors all about that Masai Ujiri, the Toronto's Raptors president, is intentionally undermining the Warriors because of an incident that happened with, I believe it was an Alameda County sheriff, and he during the NBA Finals. Seriously, the rumors out there. But listen, I'm telling you, the rumors coming from me. I've heard it around that Masai Ujiri intentionally strings out negotiations with the Golden State Warriors in bad faith, knowing that he'll never do a deal because he's got a vendetta against them because of how a police officer treated him at the NBA Finals. Okay? Straight up. That's literally what I'm hearing. And it's like, okay, if you want something to back it up, they negotiated in horrible faith 2 years ago at the OG Anunoby trade. Horrible. They just they were never going to trade him, and they went into trade negotiations knowing that they never traded him. That's operating in incredibly bad faith, worse faith, with knowing that it's possibly because because he's trying to mess with the Warriors. Would he do something like that? I have no idea. I don't know the guy. Does he have something out against the sheriff's office in Alameda or whatever? I'm not really sure. I know that they had a lot of lawsuits though. They're like suing each other, counter-suing each other. So that guy having a vendetta against the Bay Area and that squad, that doesn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form. Am I paranoid? Yes. And also it wouldn't surprise me in any way, shape, or form. But hey, look, we got a Dubs game to watch, right? I hope that nobody's freaking out because of this Melton injury. I think that there's some good options out there. I gave us my number one option, which is probably Markelle Fultz, honestly, to take a flyer on him because he played amazing defense last season. And I want you to keep that in the back of your mind that, look, when we're looking for a 4 and 5, if we want one that can score, defend, rebound, run the floor, is unselfish, and can set killer screens, it actually isn't the ex-Spurs center Jakob Poeltl, who's another, I believe he's Polish as well, who's up there with the Toronto Raptors. It's not him. He's not the key. He's not the dude. The dude, in my opinion, and that's why I love to put this out there for my own receipts because I absolutely believe I'm right, that dude is Jeremy Sohan. Write your comments. What do you think? What do you think about Jeremy Sohan? Could he play 4/5 next to Draymond Green in a big position on the Warriors? And also, who do you want to see on the Warriors with this, given the DeAnthony Melton injury? I'll see you next time at C-Train Station. It's always a fun time. It's always a great time talking Warriors basketball at the station. Have a good one. See you next time.